Hello, welcome to my channel, WingSpiritualClarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily checkity check, see what messages come through, what we need to know for anybody who's guided to watch this video. Whenever you're guided to watch it, what messages do we need to hear? Wow. For those who have been watching the daily checkity check, I think this is the third time in a week that the same card, 35, Kalimaa Tantrika. I believe that's 3 times in a week, the same card. All right. The message: our wild mother goddess overcomes duality, resting in the sweet spot of integration, healing, and creativity. She facilitates the overcoming of tension and conflict, birthing sacred solutions and evolution into greater bliss. Kalimaa Tantrika is Kali, the tantric queen. She overcomes all karma, realigns pathways when we have veered off course, reverses the momentum of negative use of free will, and detaches draining energy cords, restoring us to full vitality. Her presence announces significant change and positive improvement in all aspects of your life, especially your spiritual life. I don't know if any of you who are regulars who watch these videos have noticed in this last week a shift in your energy and a removal of cords, maybe a detaching of some type of situation, people, person, that is really in the past. It feels like a situation, a relationship that very painful, maybe a very painful ending that has been the catalyst for transformation, for major transformation. And as I was preparing for this reading, I was getting an image and it's coming back again. Right now, it's like I'm seeing Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, and the movie has been black and white, and the house, the tornado, and right now is the spot where I'm getting like energetically going through the house. It's still kind of in the black and white, but seeing through the windows, all the color, the newness, something very different than the usual. So wonder if anybody else is, if that makes sense. Things are if you're perceiving a shift in the energies. All right. So this is a group reading. I'm tuning into a group of people who are watching this video, and not one person in particular. So take what resonates and leave the rest. So in the past, there's this energy of 7 of Cups in reverse. I'm getting not feeling like you have any options, feeling painted in a corner, like 7 cups upright. There's just there's tons of choices. Sure, some of them are better than others, but there are a lot of options. But I'm getting doesn't even feel like, yeah, I'm getting painted in the corner. Like, right. right. So in the past, there's this, I get the feeling that you've been trying to push things forward, make something happen. Because there is this feeling like it's not happening soon enough. And I'm getting that it's a part of divine timing. That first, the house from Wizard of Oz needed to be, the tornado needed to come for Dorothy to go to Oz to create a new path, a new way of seeing things. But I get the feeling that you've been trying to make things happen in the old energy, like a sense that you could sense this colorful, wonderful energy coming towards you, but you've been trying to bring it through in the black and white energy. And so instead of trying to bring that color energy into the black and white world, what I'm getting is that finally there's so many delays and stalling and things not going right because you can't take the black and white world to the colorful world. You have to leave the black and white world behind you. You can't bring the color world into black and white world. Two very different energies. So what you've done is let go of anything and anyone who's been blocking your growth. Anyone who is not aiding your growth, aiding you becoming you becoming more you. Anyone who purposely, unconsciously, or consciously gets in the way of your fulfillment, your satisfaction, your soul fulfillment. This isn't just like someone not letting you have your way, like that type. This is like a deep level soul need and desire, and people who maybe for whatever reasons they want you to focus on them. They want you to continue being overgiving, that you focus your energy on them and not yourself. Feels like a huge shift. And this allowed you to really level up. Own. I feel like you started coming to life. Remembering who you are at the core of it without the traumas. And without the projections and limitations that others have put on you, realizing like at the core, you have this amazing energy. People are drawn to you. You used to have so much fun, and it feels like you're re-embodying and trying to figure out how to bring all of you together and accept all of you and bring the parts of you that you love and that you really enjoy about yourself and bring that up into the forefront. And that also includes someone who speaks their mind and someone who can take up space and isn't afraid to speak their mind, knows that they have permission to speak their truth, that it's important. Your specific point of view is not only important, it's necessary. If each of us is a divine aspect of the all, of creator, of source, then how we are perceiving things from our unique standpoint is necessary. It wasn't for naught that we were here, that we're here. And getting life is meaningless, but we bring the meaning to life from our vantage point. And I'm getting that that's an essence, and this is essential. I wouldn't call it essential truth, is what I'm getting, is that how important it is to be yourself, and necessary, and that everyone is necessary. I think one thing that's been very difficult in the past is finding your financial stability, whether this is with your health, your finances, job, home. Feels like it's been a little difficult to find your seed legs, your independent legs. I think that's what that is. Finding, showing yourself that, showing yourself that it's easier to do things alone, and showing yourself how capable you are, versus constantly fighting before this time to get anything done with the people in your, who you used to, your crowd that you used to hang out with. It feels like a lot of competition, and people who are purposely, consciously or unconsciously blocking, whether this feels like power plays, this feels like competition. Honestly, it feels like you might have been around a lot of people who don't care for you, don't care about you, and don't care for you. They might say and be able to smile and say they do, but none of their actions, I feel like their actions show a lack of care. And as you have cared about yourself and taking care of yourself, these type of energies have faded away. And what I'm getting is that you are showing yourself, by caring for yourself, by loving yourself, by making the choices to and just take care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, taking responsibility that this is my responsibility to my behaviors, my actions, where I want to go, kind of the buck stops here type of energy. Well, that just ended abruptly. All right. But there's been a lot of stress in the past, a lot of stress. This has been to go through this leveling up that you've done. You've had to go through your own personal nightmares. You've had to face your biggest fears. You've shown yourself how powerful you are, how resilient you are, how much your heart can break and mend again, and mend stronger and more loving. As difficult and painful as this past energy, it is just the messages I'm getting from the divine are just like this amazing. It feels a bit like pride, like a proud mother energy. Proud father energy. Oh, I know what this is. This energy reminds me of the energy in the past that I've described, the difficulty, but also commanding respect because you've met every obstacle and surpassed it. The energy from the divine feels like the same type of energy I tap into when I see people, well, New Zealanders doing the haka for, it just gets me all teared up. Like doing the haka of respect for someone. This has the feeling of like Dead Poet Society, oh Captain, my Captain, when everybody stands on the desk and acknowledges how important you are and the respect. So I feel this energy from the ancestors, your ancestors, guides, the divine right now, sending you a very special haka dance, a very special, oh Captain, my Captain. Wow. Wonder if you can receive that without shushing it away or like, oh no, I haven't. Like if you can, I wonder if you can. Wonder if you can receive that. I wonder if you can. I wonder if you can receive that. All right, so in current energy, we've got the King of Swords in reverse. So the King of Swords upright is someone who's very truthful, someone who's in command of their mental body, very logical, very strategic. This feels and discerning, and this feels like someone erratic, confused because, oh, okay, this is someone who, when the house lands with the Wizard of Oz metaphor, and they see the color of Oz outside the windows before they open the door and before they leave the house. This is someone who's perceiving that as a nightmare because it's so unfamiliar. It's alien. Interesting choice words. Yeah. Whoever is experiencing that, there's this lack of inner strength that's going on right now. Who is this? Who are we? Whose energy is this? Okay. It's interesting that they're showing up in current energies. I think they're showing up, this energy feels like whoever you have moved on from in the past energy. Could be a group of people, could be one person, could be a multitude. What I'm getting is I think why this is in your current energy, I can feel there's on the back of many of your auras, this pulling. It's kind of like you're leaving an old cycle, leaving that black and white world and going to color, but there's still like the back part of your aura still a little attached, kind of out of I get this. Okay, so when Dorothy, once she gets to this beautiful, colorful land, all she can think of is how, I mean, everything is to get back to the black and white world that she came from. And it has a little bit of that, like a little bit of a pull, a little bit of a looking back at those who can't make the leap, who can't or won't. It's not part of their life path. This isn't a judgment. Not everybody has to take the same path at the same time. But there's something about you might have heard something, or you know that some of these people who you've had to detach from are going through a very difficult time. And I feel that that is directly related to, like Kalika Tantrika talks about in her message, of what she brings is severing of cords, severing of energetic cords, severing of ties, the lessening of momentum. And I feel like your energy has made such a big shift and transition, and this energy is trying to pull you back, because I get the feeling that as you release these energetic cords, as you stop focusing your attention, you stop thinking about these people, this person, you're stopping the flow of all this, your beautiful energy towards this person, these energies. And you're focusing more on current energies, where you are now and where you want to go. And by reclaiming your own energy and focusing it where you choose and on yourself and healing and moving forward, there's a big shift that's happening. I feel that your energy and your attention on these people or person has kept them a bit energetically afloat, because your energy is beautiful and wonderful and healing, and carries a lot of stability and joy and love. And as you have separated, they're in a period of sink or swim. This is not a punishment. This is so they can, just like you went through something very difficult and it created a fire within you to carry on and be more yourself and keep going, to show yourself how resilient and how strong you are, that they are now getting that opportunity. You might even tune into their depression. It might be a habit of yours to fix, to want to go in and this might hit it might hit a well, now they need me and now I'll be needed. But what I'm getting is, if you go back into this energy as well. You go into a lack of power, a lack of movement forward, an inability, like a depression energy. This is when you trust and send them the best wishes, that they find their own inner healing, that they are not dependent on you, that you know that they can, just like you have found your inner strength and connected with higher aspects and multi-dimensional aspects of who you are, that this person can do that as well. But they can't do it if you come in and don't want them to feel bad. If you want, it feels almost like a helicopter parent, like wanting to go in and not allow anybody to feel any kind of discomfort or pain, because you're not really fully getting that the pain that you've gone through in the past has been a catalyst for your amazing transformation. Why would you want to rob someone else of that experience? Each of us in each situation decides if you feel called to, is it a call, like an inspired divine call to help someone, or is it my ego that needs to be needed? And it's part of an attachment issue, that if I'm needed, then people will stay with me. All right. So in the center of your reading is the sun, your higher self. Happiness, to me, this is the happiest card in the deck. Maybe 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles upright are close seconds. But to me, this is the happiest. This is joy. This is a new beginning. This is a rebirthing. This is abundance. This is the colorful land of Oz. Is this a child, or is this a little person? We represent the I loved that movie growing up. It was on every year, same time of year. Very scary for a kid. The Witch, terrifying. My brother and I would hide behind a big rocking chair, like a lazy boy kind of chair, and throw pillows at the TV whenever she came up. She was terrifying. But somehow I'm really happy. I am tuning into this energy that your higher self is saying the ultimate happiness is on its way. You might already have been feeling the leaking of that beautiful new energy. It just must be a little confusing right now because your 3D world might not have shifted very much to match this energy. It feels like as you continue to vibrate at this new energy, that your 3D world it has to shift. So if you're having to move or shift jobs or whatever big 3D type of transformational steps, remember that this is the universe working for you, not a punishment. Remember that change is not change is a blessing. Okay. you're moving on, and what energies, what people, what situations are worthy of your mental, emotional focus, of your attention? Because whatever seeds you're planting right now of who you want to become and what you want to create, it's important to focus and nurture those ideas. There is a lot of the split energy. Feels like there's still well, I'll tell you what I'm getting. So again, your higher self is talking about this these people or person in your past that's also in your current energy, that they're in a really dark place and they're trying to manifest from a dark space. When I'm saying dark, I mean from pain, from sadness, from grief, from anger, frustration, competition, ego, basically. A lot of ego. And there's something about their energy in current time. There's a real lull. They're in a real low right now. And you have been this amazing amount of amazing support. That's too generous. I feel like they see you as a source. And if you help them, if you go back, it will just be until they can drain you, blame you. It's like an old game, an old cycle. And they don't have anyone to play with us, play that role. And so they're having to find a different way of being. They are having difficulty walking away from old ways of being right now, and they're incredibly unstable. This feels like a depression, a lack of stability. If you find it hard to tune in to when I'm talking about this energy, it might be because you are done. Like it's hard for you. You're spending more and more time in the land of Oz and the color and the new energy instead of the black and white energy, and it's hard to even pay attention. It's, sending them best wishes that they figure this out, that they swim instead of sink. All right. I think what I'm also noticing is there's a lack of need for revenge, or any kind of revenge, or it's just, I'd rather move on and move forward. And there's something about that just takes your energy and focuses it on where you want to move forward. Your challenge right now is 6 of Wands, victory and celebration. On I'm recording this on January 22nd, 2023. And tomorrow, on the 23rd of January, is a portal. I didn't know about this until about a month ago. I did a leading edge messages, a group psychic reading session. And one of the people, they were asking a question about finances and about the economy, day trading. And one of the answers that came through was around January 23rd being a very important date. And I could see energies that were once really, really stuck or stagnant, or it's like a bottleneck of energy trying to get through a tunnel, like traffic trying to get through tunnel. And on the 23rd, it's like the tunnel's gone and everybody can get through instantly. A very big shift. Since then, I found out that all planets go direct on the 23rd, and there's also a portal on 1/23/23, and that's coming up with this challenge. Your challenge is to allow yourself to be victorious, to allow yourself to be successful, to move forward, to find friends. Okay, so going back to Yellow Brick Road, I'm seeing with this victory card that when they're all linked arm in arm and Toto's following behind, and they do the over up to see and that little kicky dance thing that they do, skipping down the Yellow Brick Road. There's also just wherever there were victories in the movie that are coming out, where people realize that she killed the Wicked Witch of the West or East. When was it? Well, she killed them both. There's something about in this energy about people recognizing, and it's not about having to hurt or kill someone else. It's a metaphor for, I mean, she's not going to let anybody stop her from getting where she wants to go, from learning what she needs to know. And it feels like that's what you have been upgrading. And again, I'm getting that celebrating at the end when everybody realizes what Dorothy has done and that they're free. So again, that type of energy, if you can tune into what I'm talking about, also feels like the Haka and Oh Captain, My Captain. This feels like a huge, feels like spirit divine wanting to celebrate you, your ancestors wanting to celebrate you and all that you've done, even if it hasn't fully manifested or even started to manifest into your 3D. There's a spiritual ownership of what remarkable remarkable job you've done. And as your vibration rises, those who you've left behind, there's a they're just going to be feeling that it's going to create a tower, a complete tower, because it feels like a lot of you were in connections with people who were projecting limitations, their limitations, all of yours. That's all they would project, just reminding you constantly of how ineffectual you are and how an obligation, you're too much, you're too little, it just whatever that is, and that beautiful horrid mix that you've been separating yourself from, and owning the parts that are true and releasing the parts that are fabricated, forgiving yourself for difficulties of your own and flaws. We all have them. Reincorporating and accepting those aspects and loving yourself and moving forward, loving yourself fully and wanting the best for yourself so you're moving forward. And it's just going to cause a lot of towers. Okay, got a song coming. She's gone on. Sorry, I usually make up my own lyrics because I can't remember them, but that's that part. She's gone. Oh my. What is that? Is that like in the 80s, 70s? R&B? Maybe someone out there knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, I just keep that on a loop in my head. She's gone. Oh my. She's gone. Oh my. So I think that's the tower for the people that you have left behind in Kansas. And there's just oh my gosh, it doesn't fit their reality. You succeeding, you having victory, you being publicly victorious by just being yourself, inconceivable. And so it just blows their mind. And yeah, so they have an opportunity to figure out if they want to have their own success, that they need to do the hard work, the inner work. I think you've had a leg up. You figured out that your answers are within, that it feels like you've allowed yourself permission. Maybe you couldn't help it. You were so drawn, like you aren't comfortable in old ways of being. And so you kind of you've had to go within and change things, because it felt like you painted yourself in a corner and there was nothing except to go within to find what next. What do I do? Is this person going to change? I'm curious. Person, people. It feels like this could be several different people. The star in reverse. That's a lack of rebirth, a lack of healing, a lack of connecting with your higher self. So at least it doesn't feel, at least right now, that this is the time for people who are going through a tower by you separating and moving on into a new cycle. It doesn't seem like they're quite ready. They're not going to like, oh, I see it. Feels like there's a lot of momentum and a lot that they need to really understand and learn about themselves, learn about karma. What they put out is what they get back. It feels like they might be starting their journey for some of them, but right now, and some of them, that might not be their path in this lifetime. They weren't meant to have this victory and success, and that's okay too. Not everybody is on the same journey. Everybody is individual, and not everybody is on the same timeline to work things out. So, all right, big shifts. I hope this was helpful. It feels really good. It feels very, I'm exhausted. This has been an exhausting journey tuning into this, and you're really close. I'm guessing maybe you can tell me in the comments if you noticed if parts of your new energy have been bleeding through into your 3D, if you've noticed certain new people, new energy showing up, kind of peeking around to give you a little taste of the wonderful energies that are coming around the bend. And if you liked this video, if it resonated, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, I wanted to let you know I'm on Instagram and Patreon. And I do separate readings for those energies, for those groups. And so the Instagram videos, I don't post every day there, but they tend to be the group of people who follow me on Instagram it feels like they're more healers themselves, maybe more professionals. And it's a different energy. Sometimes it's a very similar story, but from a different point of view for a different group of people. And sometimes it's very different reading. So the links, if you want to check me out on Instagram or Patreon, are down below. On Patreon, I tend to add meditations to those healings as well. I think that's really, yeah, that's it. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I absolutely love and adore you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Take care. Bye.